remember the days when even our phone cases screamed personality? I had an epiphany recently, and it's time we bring uniqueness back. Today, let's talk about standing out in a world that sometimes feels like it's turning everyone into clones. So I had an epiphany the other day. I was just thinking about like how 7 or 8 years ago, phone cases used to be so unique. There were like Lilo and Stitch ones, there were polka dots, there were ice cream cones, all that shit. I mean, I know that all of those sound childish at this point, but even adults had fun cases or like unique cases. Everyone wasn't just sporting this same ass TPU case that I have. I'm a victim to this. I'm not above this. And even now when I see kids' phones, they're all clear. Like my little cousin who's like 7 years old, his phone is a clear case on it. And what are we teaching? What are we teaching? So what I want to teach is standing out in a world that is filled with clones, being your unique, authentic self, because I know you're not like everybody else. We're all unique. That's what you are. So because of that, I want to put this video out there, and if it resonates, it does. Let's keep going. Okay, so let's talk about unleashing your inner style. I feel like people are dressing the same, talking the same. Hell, people are literally going under the knife, risking their lives to look like people on their screen. That is actually insane. And I want to challenge that in this video. Instead of constantly buying the next trendy thing on Shein, take the time to create a style that suits you. Scroll through Pinterest and start looking for styles and outfits that embody the woman that you want to be, that embody your dream girl, not the dream girl everybody else put on you. There's this quiz called Finding Your Feminine Archetype, and I highly recommend it. I will link it down below. It's so funny that my entire Pinterest feed is literally everything that goes with my feminine archetype. My feminine archetype is the lover and the sage, aka the sophisticate. But the lover and the sage are my top 2 archetypes. They're literally neck and neck. And both of the aesthetics are literally congruent with who I am and all of the things that I like in style. So I think it would be a great starting point for you to take the archetypes quiz, and it'll help you find your personal style. And your personal style is extremely important because it's personal to you. It's something that you feel confident in, you feel good in. It's unique to you. Even if other people are wearing a similar style, they are not going to wear it like you do. There's this girl, Kelsey, on TikTok, which I will be linking hers below. This is me, literally in a nutshell. And she also has the lover archetype, which is also literally me. I think that this quiz will bring you a lot of value. I'll be putting it in the description box, and I'll also be linking her TikTok. Just scroll through Pinterest, find your personal style, find what resonates with you so you're not a clone and you don't look like everybody else. I went out 2 weekends ago, and all I could see, me and my friends, we were commenting on this as well, all I saw was baggy blue jeans and a black top. It was like some people wore crop tops. That's what everybody wore. That was like the uniform of the night, and that is what I mean by everybody looks like a clone. What if you're like a person who likes bold colors? Because bold colors were non-existent that night. I wore a bright orange skirt with a colorful top. I was literally the most colorful person there. I did kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable in my bright ass orange outfit, but other than that, there were like 2 other people who had color on. Everybody else was wearing black and white, and my friend, she was actually wearing a blue like this. I'm sure that that's some people's style, but there's no way 80% of the people there had the same exact style. There's so many colors, there's so many cuts, there's so many bottoms and tops and all of that. For everybody to be wearing the same exact thing, girl, if that's you, find your personal style. Find what you actually like. Being confident looks good on everyone. Like, that is the style. No matter what you're wearing, if you're confident in it, that is what matters. People are gonna remember you versus you wearing the same uniform that literally everybody is wearing. Stop it. All right, now we're segueing to the next point, which is to fearlessly share your opinions. It can be hard to share your opinion, especially online, because it always seems as though one group has the loudest voice. And it's like everyone else needs to either agree or you're ostracized, they're belittling you. And of course I'm talking about the polarity of the climate that we live in. I'm talking about how everything is so this or that, and if you are somewhere in the middle, or if you're on this side or if you're on that side, people attack you. Little do you know, your opinions can be changed anyway. So this is something that I have been working on for myself for a long time, because sometimes it can be hard to share your opinions, especially if you don't want to create conflict or create fights, because sometimes when you're sharing your opinion, people think that being the loudest person in the room is what makes you right, but that's not right. And I'm not a person who likes to raise my voice. I'm not a person who likes to shout and be angry for no reason. But people have the idea that, oh yeah, I win because I'm loud. No, it's not a screaming match. If you make your point by being the loudest person in the room, you're not making your point. You're bulldozing over people, and that's gonna come back and get you one day. I think it's very valuable. I think it would do you good to share your opinion in a calm manner, because nothing is worse than coming home and being like, oh, I wish I would have said how I felt. I wish I would have shared my opinion. I wish I didn't just agree or acquiesce to what they were saying. And it's not a good feeling. So let's try to avoid that, because it does lower your confidence when you don't stand up for yourself. So the next step is to embrace different hobbies and interests. Growing up, I was considered the white girl. I was the one who had interests and hobbies that were a little peculiar. One distinct memory I had was when I was planning my birthday and I wanted to do a corn maze. I put it in my group chat with my Miami friends, and they were like, what type of white shit? Like, what is that? And my friends from my college town, they were like, oh snap, yeah, let's do it. I mean, they were white, but still. And that could be really hard. Like, if you are a person who has interests that do not align with what the people around you are doing, it can feel like I might as well stop trying. But I'm here to tell you, don't stop trying. Even if you don't have anyone to go with you, just go by yourself. That is a-okay. That's also a theme of my TikTok and my page, is like solo dates. Go out solo. Go out and find your people. Just because you weren't born with your people doesn't mean you won't ever find them. The lighting has changed drastically, I know, but the sun is setting and I need some light. It can be hard to do something different from what you are exposed to, but if you see something that you like, something that sparks your interest, something that's on your heart, go for it. Go by yourself. Go scared. Do it. It doesn't matter. If I hadn't done the things that I've done, if I haven't gone the places I've gone by myself, I would not be here in front of you today. That is something that you really need to take into account. The more you do things that are for your best interest, that you love, that you have a calling to, the better and happier your life is. So while I love my Miami friends and still hang out with them to this day, like we hung out during Thanksgiving, it just goes to show you that embracing different hobbies can have you going your own way, but not for long, because you'll meet people along the way who are interested in the same things as you, and you'll make friends that way. I have friends from all walks of life because of that. You will find your people along the journey, and it's so worth it. That is the secret sauce that will have people magnetized to you, that will have people wanting to spend time with you, people who don't even want to get away from you. They're like, let me buy you another drink, let me buy you food, let me buy you this, so that you can stay in their presence because you are your full authentic self. People love that. So last but not least, we're going to talk about navigating the fear of being different. I touched on that a little bit a few moments ago, but it can be extremely daunting to be different. But there is no greater freedom and liberation to doing so. Get over your fear of being seen. It is holding you back. The people who change the world are the people who dared to be different. And even if your intention is not to change the entire world, you can change your life by embracing the fear of being different. Being different from the person you were yesterday. Embrace that fear. It is the portal. It is the gateway to liberation, to freedom, to confidence, to love, to joy. Conformity and herd mentality is usually what's rewarded in our society because it's comfortable and predictable. And two things that the human brain loves is comfort and predictability. But that conformity comes at a cost. Your true self. The further and further you get away from her, the more anxious you feel, the lower your self-esteem, because you end up in relationships where people don't love you for you because you're not being you, and then you're anxious that the person is going to leave you because if you show who you really are, maybe they're gonna go, and that just sounds like a recipe for disaster. That sounds very anxiety inducing. So the more you shed that fear, the lighter you become. The world needs more authenticity, more diversity of thought, and more individuals who dare to be different. And the beauty of it all is that the more you embrace your unique self, the more you inspire others to do the same. If you want more tips on how to shed that fear, become radically confident, and just do the things that you wish to do in your life, check out this video right here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you staying here to the end. If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. Like, I know you love me. Like, let's just make it official. Bye.